Welcome back to John Kawiana Stadium on the campus of Mililani High School. Just a little over 4 hours ago, we started this Trojan Marching Band Fest, the 17th edition, and this is now time for the culmination, the awards, the grades that each school got. And once again, up here in the booth, it's Dave Vinton, Fred Murphy over there, the proud principal of Mililani High School.
Oh, and dry.
And dry. He had the umbrella, and Denby, of course, is dry as well because, well, we were here in the booth and we sent Fred down on the field. But, Fred, we didn't get to talk to you much other than your interviews, but your thoughts on the night, really solid performance from start to finish.
Well, I mean, that's really the message, right? I mean, doesn't matter the weather. They're going to put their all out on the field, and it comes with the training. You know, you don't get to do that with that kind of automaticity unless you've had really good training. So hats off to you, the directors. I know what it takes to do your job, and very, very well done by all the students, well handled.
Denby, your thoughts overall?
Incredible performance. Like I said, I love that. Excuse me. I love that they're combining different elements of drama, theater, music, electronic music. I just love that everything is coming together, and it's showing the entire student and all the different aspects of them.
Well, we have all the drum majors down on the field. They're ready to receive the awards. Normally, we bring all the bands down, but some are wetter than others, so we're trying to let them be comfortable. But before we get to the awards, Fred, you want to explain what's going to be happening with the Mililani High School Band?
Sure. Well, a quick note about the weather. That's the reason why you don't see all the bands on the field. Normally, we would bring them all out, and it takes a while to get them on the field, and we want to make sure they can get on the bus, get dry, and off to Zippies very soon. So, but what you will see out of the Trojan Band, there is a tradition. This is the end of the season. This is the last performance. So they'll be grounding their hats as a symbol of the end of their marching band career tonight.
The seniors, that is, of course,
right? The seniors will be grounding their hats. Nobody else gets to do that. Only once in your four-year career.
A tradition which you started?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, with that, let's get this the festivities started with the very solemn but spirited grounding of the hats. And for that, we turn it over to Stadium MC, Darren Hernandez.
And now the senior members of the Mililani High School Marching Band will ground their hats in celebration of this year as members of the Trojan Band. Thank you, seniors. And now we will begin the presentation of tonight's awards.
Again, a departure from years past when all the bands would be down, but they're now represented by just their drum majors or leaders, it appears to be down on the field.
Sometimes you'll see color guard members as well as drum majors out there accepting awards.
And right about now, the emotions are kind of building back into them. Even if they were in the early part of the broadcast, it's time now to find out how the
soloist trophies are awarded to the outstanding solos or duets this evening. In second place in Class A, IAEA.
Oh, there you go. Now that's a good award there. You know, they of course had their own original music written by an alumnus.
Trophy sponsored by Mililani Trojan Marching Band. In second place in Class AA, Roosevelt.
Hey, congratulations to our Rough Riders.
Trophy sponsored by Mililani High School Band family.
What year were you in the band again at Roosevelt, Denby?
Never mind.
In second place,
what year were you in the band,
AAA,
I know.
Lelehua.
Let's out him. He's outing me for my brownie and my year of graduation.
Lelehua, very interesting performance. So the White Man Group.
Trophy sponsored by Jerica S. Tavares, Mililani High School class of 2016.
So, of course, to be able to put on the performance at the level that they did
in first place,
in the saturated
in
conditions,
Class
they, of course,
A,
had the
Castle.
hardest show of the evening.
Castle taking the Class A soloist.
Trophy sponsored by Evan Yonamini, Mililani High School class of 2016.
The Eye of Ra.
Yes.
I believe our next award
in first place,
go to
Class AA, Campbell.
That is no surprise to me. Again, that boy was ad-libbing. He got some of the key signature, and he kind of let loose. If
Trophy
you
Have
will.
you seen that before?
by
Ad-libbing in
Micah
marching band?
Fujita, Mililani High
That
School
is
class
unusual,
of
but yeah,
2014.
a few times. He did a
Fantastic.
great job.
Campbell has actually exited
In
the
first
campus. They
place,
were really soaked.
Class Triple
We'll move on.
A, Kalani. Trophy sponsored by Tyler Yamauchi, Mililani High School class of 2014.
Just excellent performances
Oh, yeah.
by the soloists.
Sure.
Pitch was
More
beautiful.
soloist award, the quadruple A, which will be no surprise, but certainly well deserved.
Yes.
In first place, Class Quadruple A, Moana Lua. Trophy sponsored by Kylie Palmer, Mililani High School class of 2014.
And certainly a performance like Moana Lua, where there were multiple soloists, they all go back to find out which soloist was the one who had the high score for the evening. So
Move on
still a
to
little
drum
bit of
majors.
suspense.
The drum major trophies are awarded to the outstanding student conductors and field commanders this evening. In second place, Class A, Castle. Trophy sponsored by Simmons Steel Corporation.
Nice Egyptian show there.
In second place, Class Double A, Kapolei. Trophy sponsored by Tyler Ono, drum major, Mililani High School class of 2014.
And then we got to check if that's the right result because Darren is from Kapolei. He might have just put that in. No. Really well deserved. Hurricanes, they put on a show.
Oh yeah, certainly. Always a crowd pleaser, and not just fun, but musically well done.
In second place, Class Triple A, Maui. Trophy sponsored by Kaimana Piggy Tavares.
Kudos to Maui, again, making the trip over, and they competed last night and tonight to wrap up their season.
I really enjoyed their show.
Always.
Beautiful. Yes.
Always.
In first place, Class A, IAEA. Trophy sponsored by Daniel Nakayama, drum major, Mililani High School class of 2015.
That drum major was fantastic.
Yeah, and a little extra flair with that salute, knowing she won the category.
She really gave it her all on the field.
Was that an ad lib or did they have that routine down?
No, I'm pretty sure they practiced that.
okay.
Yeah.
In first place, Class Double A, Radford. Trophy sponsored by Tyler Ono.
Yay.
The Red Brigade, they are another one that, when I think of them and they take the field, precision.
Oh, definitely. And new to the field, really. This is maybe the third year that they've been in competition and now placing first in categories. Good job, Radford.
In first place, Class Triple A, Kalani. Trophy sponsored by Cameron Shiroma, Mililani High School class of 2017.
There's a
Kalani
smile.
Yeah, so impressive.
She can finally smile. They're so in game mode when they're performing. It's nice to see them enjoy the moment.
Well deserved.
In first place, Class Quadruple A, Moana Lua. Trophy sponsored by Daniel Nakayama.
They really got into the conducting. I don't know if you could see from where you were,
Definitely.
but
No, super musical.
Yes.
Super musical on the podium. And that show was really expressive. So when you're the drum major, you've got to represent all of the different elements, the romance, the intensity. They did a good job.
Move
The
on now to
color
the color
guard
guard.
trophies are awarded to the outstanding flag, rifle, or dance units this evening. In second place, Class A, IAEA. Trophy sponsored by Mililani Trojan Marching Band.
Look at the pride on that face there. Good job.
In second place, Class Double A, Kapolei. Trophy sponsored by Mililani Trojan Marching Band.
And it's worth pointing out, though, every performance was stellar tonight.
yes.
And this is the culmination of what the formal judging happened, but there was not a bad performance out there.
Yes, we have to highlight that every single student, I know it sounds cliche, but they're all winners.
Yeah. When
In
you're a
second
judge,
place,
looking at all
Class
of these
Triple
different
A,
performances and
Lele Hua.
having to put
Trophy
a number
sponsored
to
by
it,
Kaiser
when really it's an
Permanente
art, when really the
Telemetry
people
Unit.
that are behind those numbers, it really gets difficult.
Yeah.
And, the students really should come away just feeling proud.
Lele Hua taking second in the Class AAA color guard.
In first place, Class A Castle trophy sponsored by Mililani Middle School Music Department.
Now, Castle is new back to competition. This many of the events they've been in exhibition, and so they must be feeling really good about coming back to competition and taking a category there.
In first place, Class AA Kamehameha trophy sponsored by Mililani High School Band Family.
Congratulations to Kamehameha.
In
Never
first
disappointing.
place, Class AAA Maui trophy sponsored by Kaiser Permanente Clinical Decision Unit.
You know, these color guard teams, it was very, very competitive. And, you know, Maui, of course, is going to be really happy to come away with that. But all of those performances tonight were just a cut above, you know, what we've seen in the past.
And the
Really good.
difficulty
Yeah.
in the
In
rain.
first place, Class Quadruple A Moana Lua trophy sponsored by Mililani Trojan Marching Band.
No surprise, they were the only one in quadruple A, but it's still a great feeling when you hear it formally announced.
Oh, absolutely.
The percussion trophies are awarded to the outstanding battery and or pit percussion units this evening. In second place, Class A IAEA trophy sponsored by Alyssa Koga, Mililani High School class of 2016.
Good showing for IAEA.
Yep, small but mighty.
In second place, Class AA Kamehameha trophy sponsored by Doug and Naomi Panee.
Their percussion played with so much passion.
Kamehameha has been a drumline powerhouse for decades. So,
In second place, Class AAA Lelehua trophy sponsored by Christopher Ward.
If they look soaked, it's because they were probably up at one of the times it was really heavy coming down, but they were also the ones laughing, dancing, and cheering when it was raining.
In first place, Class A Castle trophy sponsored by the Yamashita family.
Congratulations to Castle.
wow. Great job.
In first place, Class AA Radford trophy sponsored by Christopher Ward.
Their percussion was really impressive.
Well, little shout out to Corey
Yes.
Allen. He's a friend of both of ours, and he actually is the coach for both Radford and Maui High School bands for the
Fantastic.
drum lines.
In first place, Class AAA Maui.
Well, that's the
Trophy
second group that
sponsored
he
by
advised this
Tori
evening. So,
Yamauchi.
good job, Mr. Allen. Good job.
Good leadership.
And look how much pride they take into the hats are pulled down.
Oh, yeah.
They're still represented.
In first place, Class Quadruple A Moana Lua trophy sponsored by Carly Oyama. Next category, the marching and maneuvering trophies are awarded to the bands with outstanding formations and individual dignity and bearing. In second place, Class A IAEA. Trophy sponsored by Mililani High School Tri-M Music Honor Society.
One of the cute things about this is how every trophy has a sponsor, Fred.
Yes, it does. Well, that's how you get them paid for. So,
In second place, Class AA Kamehameha trophy sponsored by Simmons Steel Corporation. In second place, Class AAA Lelehua trophy sponsored by Jack Tavares. In first place, Class A Castle trophy sponsored by Taylor Khan Hanada. In first place, Class AA Roosevelt trophy sponsored by Taylor Khan Hanada.
this has been a category that Roosevelt has been so keenly perfect in for so long. you
Like
know.
when Demby was drum major, was
Wow,
it?
we're going to do that again, are we? But yes, actually.
You mean just
know.
a few years ago? Yes,
Yes,
that's
last
true.
year. Yeah.
In first place,
Okay.
Class AAA Maui trophy sponsored by Kira Goya.
This must have been a very difficult category to judge because the marching and maneuvering was just excellent tonight overall.
You're splitting hairs in these categories.
In first place, Class Quadruple A, Moana Lua. Trophy sponsored by Joshua M.B. Garces. Next category is music execution. These trophies are awarded based upon a band's achievement in the areas of balance, blend, tone, and dynamics this evening. In second place, Class A, IAEA. Trophy sponsored by the Chow family. In second place, Class AA, Kamehameha. Trophy sponsored by Simmons Steel Corporation. In second place, Class AAA, Kalani. Trophy sponsored by Tyler Oshiro.
Now, I want to know if they're on campus, they can get their friends to do that salute and stuff when they're just walking around.
Maybe.
In first place,
In fact, they might do it
Class
without being
A,
asked.
Castle. Trophy sponsored by the Chow family. In first place, Class AA, Roosevelt. Trophy sponsored by Kayla and Tessa Tugas. In first place, Class AAA, Lelehua. Trophy sponsored by Kira Goya.
So these are the awards that directors really get into because, of course, they came with a passion for music when they became a band director. And to be able to make sure that they're doing all of this visual stuff, but they do it with grace and beauty musically, that's something super important to the directors.
First place, Class Quadruple A, Moana Lua. Trophy sponsored by Holly Tanaka. Next category is the general effect category. Trophies are awarded based upon the coordination of a band's element on the field as well as the emotional impact of its performance this evening. In second place, Class A, IAEA. Trophy sponsored by Mililani Trojan Band family. In second place, Class AA, Roosevelt. Trophy sponsored by Mililani Trojan Band family.
Not a bad night for the fighting marching Demby Dungs.
In second place, Class AAA, Lelehua. Trophy sponsored by Taylor Khan Hanada.
I really want to emphasize that it doesn't matter what they placed. Every single student did an incredible job tonight.
Yeah.
In
So now,
first
general
place,
effect,
Class
just as a
A,
reminder, what this is
Castle.
really a culminating category where everything has come together.
Trophy sponsored
And
by
how does the
Jericho
music
de Masillo.
match the visual performance, the cleanliness of the marching, and the staging and the emotional appeal of the show.
That was Castle taking first in the
In
single
first
A.
place, Class AA, Kamehameha. Trophy sponsored by Simmons Steel Corporation.
There's my former student, Rachel.
Well, that guard was super fantastic
Weren't
out there in the
they?
field. Kamehameha's guard. And I talked about swagger out there. They really do put an emotional impact out onto the field with their body.
In first place, Class AAA, Maui. Trophy sponsored by Gentle Dental Mililani.
You know, Maui, when they come here, they also have sort of a
In first place, Class
first
Quadruple
to
A,
see kind of
Moana Lua.
impact. You know, you don't get to see their show throughout the
Trophy
season,
sponsored
so
by
you really get the first
Rachel
hit
Yonamini.
of it, and it really hits you emotionally. And that was certainly a very great show.
The shows always have an important theme.
The participation awards are given to each band along with a festival rating. Festival ratings are calculated based upon a band's achievement in marching and maneuvering, general effect, music execution, percussion, and color guard. The IAEA band receives a festival rating of fair. Trophy sponsored by Cheryl Chun. The Castle Band receives a festival rating of good. Trophy sponsored by the Herlock family. The Farrington Band receives a festival rating of good. Trophy sponsored by New Hope Children's Ark. The Radford Band receives a festival rating of good. Trophy sponsored by Mililani Trojan Band family. The Campbell High Band receives a festival rating of good. Trophy sponsored by Patrick and Susan Oshiro, Campbell alumni. The Kapolei Band receives a festival rating of good. Trophy sponsored by Kellen Kawamura. The Roosevelt Band receives a festival rating of good. Trophy sponsored by Mililani Middle School Music Department. The Kamehameha Band receives a festival rating of good. Trophy sponsored by the Hartsock Ohana. The Kalani Band receives a festival rating of good. Trophy sponsored by Keegan Ota. The Lelehua Band receives a festival rating of excellent. Trophy sponsored by the Hartsock Ohana. The Moanalua Band receives a festival rating of excellent. Trophy sponsored by Taylor Ann Kim. The Maui Band receives a festival rating of excellent. Trophy sponsored by Mililani Trojan Band family. And finally, the sweepstakes trophies are awarded to the school in each category with the highest overall points during this evening's performances. Winning the sweepstakes award in Class A is Castle. Trophy sponsored by Johnny Sanchez. Winning the sweepstakes award in Class AA is Roosevelt. Trophy sponsored by Mililani High School Marching Band Trumpets. Winning the sweepstakes award in Class AAA is Maui. Trophy sponsored by Jocelyn Ibesu. Winning the sweepstakes award in Class Quadruple A is Moanalua. Trophy sponsored by the Mililani Trojan Marching Band.
Well, that's the hardware handed out. That it does matter to the schools, but again, we want to emphasize that all of them did an outstanding performance under trying conditions for most of the night. And I think we took a quick accounting of the three of us, and we award all of the schools attending tonight a seriously, seriously awesome job.
Yes.
Seriously awesome. I like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, over 800.
You know, getting all the numbers and stuff put together is done officially. You got to have accountants to get it to make sure all the numbers add up. And we just want to give a shout out to PKF Pacific Hawaii. Is a leading locally owned and internationally resourced accounting firm specializing in high expertise and creative solutions for mid-market business and organizations across the islands. We thank PKF Pacific Hawaii for doing the accounting on all of the results. But again, what a wonderful night, and wherever they got or didn't get doesn't really matter in terms of putting on a wonderful show from 5 o'clock to, it's coming up on about 9:40 now. But kudos to all of them, the young people, the students out there, their band directors, their classmates, and the parents and supporters.
You know, the moms and dads, they are now going to get a chance to maybe see something on television in the evening time, might be able to have dinner around the table, have their kids home. Well, at least for a couple of weeks until the rest of the concert season begins.
Demi, what were you thinking about that? Did it take you back? I mean, every time it must to those times. I mean, we're joking about we're all getting up there in years, but does it flash?
Speak for yourself.
Okay, well,
There's a theme at work here
one person
tonight.
is not aging, but the rest of us are. No, but does it take you back to a time when you were out there and you can probably vividly remember emotions and thoughts back when you were doing that?
It does. You know, the view from up here is amazing, but don't you think that the best view is from the field? And when you look up and you see
Yes,
all your
yes,
parents
it is the
in
best
the
view.
audience, and you can't buy that.
Fred, what about you? I mean, this is emotional for you in the sense you're now the principal. This is the school that you and I both attended.
Right.
So to come full circle, you were a band director here as well. You know, maybe put it in terms of this. Where was marching band in competition to win in the late 80s until now?
You said
How's
it.
it grown?
Well, absolutely. It's completely different. It's almost a different art form altogether. The complexity of what is actually put out on the field. You know, we used to have marching tunes out on the marching field, and now you're seeing stuff that some people don't even attempt in the concert arena. The metallic sounds, the electronic sounds, the level of dance that is required, and performance out of the color guards. We always had danger elements. You know, it was difficult to spin the equipment. You could always get hurt, but now it's just at a different level that. We would not have even imagined, seriously, about 15 years ago. These bands truly can step off of this rock, if you will, and start to compete nationally with the level of sophistication that we're starting to see in our fields here. And that was not always the case in Hawaii. We were kind of in a class to ourselves, and now we're much more on par with the rest of the country.
Demby, final thoughts? What are you going to take away from this?
I'm just so thrilled with all of the performances tonight. I want to say congratulations to every single student out there. You gave your heart and soul tonight. It doesn't matter what the
I'm
ratings
rapping.
were. We all think you were incredible and amazing. And thank you also to the parents and the volunteers and everyone who made this production possible, administration. It really takes a community to put something like this together.
Yeah, we give thanks to the Mililani High School principal for allowing us to do it. I'm just waiting for my parking space that has my name on it.
Hey, come by. I'll
You'll sign some forms?
Find something for
He
you
doesn't
to
ask for
do.
much.
Hope the rain is not coming back. but
It's
it kinda
a
looks like it.
blessing at this point, but we're going to wrap it up here. I want to thank my broadcast partners up in the booth, Expert Analysis and Insight, Fred Murphy, Demby Dung. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you guys again hopefully next year. Praying for a little bit better weather, but it did not dampen any of the performances. Great job to the 13 schools in the 17th edition of the Mililani High School Trojan Marching Band Fest. As we leave you, here are some sights and sounds from the little over 4 hours broadcast. Personally, from me, I want to give thanks to the OC16 production crew for setting up, and they were also in the rain from start to finish. They did a great job. Our producer for tonight's broadcast, Ed McLaurin, the biggest UH supporter, rain or shine, he supports the football team. Our director, Greg Kuwazaki, who knows how it's to be like at Moanalua High School and having to have long nights. Great job there. And our technical director, Daryl the Hammer Harada, football legend from the early 80s here at Mililani High School. We thank all of you, our camera guys and the grips and people out on the field that braved the weather. Everyone did a great job for these young people on the field. I'm going to call it a night. Aloha. And we'll see you next year at the Mililani High School Trojan Marching Band Fest. Rundown that makes up the Menehune Marching
I
Band.
don't realize, but it's actually very interesting.
This live sports presentation was brought to you by New City Nissan, Zippy's, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and Shopo, Hawaii's Police Officers Union.